I'm Margaret Papillo, the Area Superintendent for the Northwest Learning Community, and you're watching FCS TV.
Fulton County Schools has received a new technology designation that recognizes its national leadership in student privacy protection and data security. Awarded by the Consortium for School Networking, the Trusted Learning Environment seal identifies school systems that demonstrate commitment to ensuring the privacy and security of student data. Only 7 school systems nationwide received the TLE seal during its inaugural year. Fulton County Schools, where students come first.
Okay, so today we've been doing the device rollout, which we've been trained for most of last year, all of this year, and it has gone great so far. Honestly, it's just been so amazing. We've been making sure that all the kids get their device, that they understand how to use it, and that even the teachers know how to set it up.
Well, today it's like, I guess you could say, the iSchool students are going around the school and they're helping other children out with setting up their laptops and setting up their email accounts for the laptops on the Outlook 2016 program.
We are talking to the students on how to use the Dell Latitude laptop in the classroom.
And yeah, they're setting up the Dell computers throughout the building so then the students can have their cases, learn the rules, and know what they can and cannot do on their laptops to help further their education.
We are doing some digital citizenship slides, so we're talking to them about how to be an effective communicator in the classroom and how to use the technology effectively. So we're doing digital citizenship, we're doing types of workshops that talk to them about being courteous and using the devices in a respectful way. And we are just trying to get everyone on the devices and get them rolling so they can take them home.
Really exciting opportunity for us to be able to receive a laptop for every student in the building. It's to know that even as a teacher, a former teacher, this was something that we would always ask for, more technology, more access to the World Wide Web. How do we get kids connected better to the world? But it's here. So Fulton County Schools just championed, I think, one of the biggest initiatives for our district, but one of the most important initiatives, and that is to put technology in the hands of kids so that we can have them connect with their world. Just simply open up the channels for learning and allow them access to understanding what's happening globally without even leaving the doorsteps of their schools.
This morning we had gotten the manuscript for the PowerPoint that we are distributing to all the grade levels. So this PowerPoint basically describes how we went through, how you go through the process of setting up your device and how to set up OneDrive, how to set up Outlook, and all that kind of fun stuff that we can use in the future.
When we were sitting down, we had this packet given to us by the iSchool teacher, and so she gave it to us so then we would know which module to teach the kids. And it was very easy to see because we just needed to get an idea of what was used. So when you were done, you were just supposed to talk and get loose because a lot of us were nervous to talk to.
The teachers have been so useful in the distribution of the laptops. They would check off the name and we would give them the laptop with the name underneath and make sure they had a charger and a bag, and then the kids would go and sit at their desk and be like, what is this? And so that's when we kind of started the real part of the rollout, when they started getting their device. But I think that it was so fun for them. You could see the smile on their face when they got the device in front of them. It's like, okay, this is something new. We've never done this before. And I think that we're gonna have fun with this year, a lot.
When we started out the computers, it was a long process. We were passing out the computer cases. So then they'd be in each of the classrooms and all of the students would receive each of the cases and the pair of computers. But it took us through, we had to do 6th grade, 7th grade, and 8th grade halls, and it was just everyone going back and forth, getting refill boxes, getting new carts, trying to figure out how many each classroom needs. So it was just a long process. It was we were all over the place with that.
Hi, I'm Principal Lisa Nash, and you are watching FCS TV.
With the Fulton County Schools mobile app, your school district comes alive at the touch of a button. It allows you to easily connect to the Learning and Parent portal or navigate through current news and events. You can easily check out the latest updates with social media and quickly retrieve contact information for schools. You can also view a comprehensive calendar of events, get lunch schedules for your school, connect with the superintendent, and more. It's your school district available at your fingertips.
Right now, the buzz around the school is ginormous. They're super excited. They can't wait. They do get some technology in their classrooms, but this is their laptops. They're taking ownership of it. They're just really excited because they can do their stuff themselves. The books, they have it all online. Their teachers, they do blogging. The teachers do a lot of stuff with them on their websites, and they talk through their emails to them, and it's just something to connect them more to their classrooms. And as our technology grows in our school systems, they might be able to get their homework more efficiently, hall passes, things like that, through the technology. This is a wonderful opportunity that Fulton County is giving these children.
So they are so excited. They just want to go ahead of the teacher. They just are super excited to be able to take them home. They want to dive in. They want to set their background. They want to get on the internet and start doing their research and their homework. It's awesome to see how excited they are, and just to see that their eyes light up when they have that click, that moment, that light bulb that goes off that says, wow, I have a device that I get to use in the classroom.
Oh my gosh, the students are loving their laptops. When we passed them out, you could see them kind of just get really excited, like, oh my gosh, this is something new, we've never done this before. And they were all really, really, really cooperative when they came and when we tried to set it up and everything, and it was just amazing.
So the students have been close to tears in many of the classrooms. Christmas in October is the only way to put it. To know that the students can walk away with a device that will connect them to the school, connect them to learning, and then be able to continue the learning outside of the four walls. It's just magical to me, and it is a game changer for education. We can extend the understandings that they're being taught every day here at school. They can go on the web and look deeper into the things that they're learning in class. And that, to me, is something that you can't capture without technology and without the support that we have.
Ooh, these are amazing laptops. We got the Dell Latitude laptop with a 180-degree hinge, which I really like. And we're able to, it has a really long battery life, which is so useful in school because we're going to use it all day, and okay, I'm just really glad we got the good battery life because I was afraid we weren't going to get that at all. And yeah, we are allowed to have cases for them. We can kind of like put keychains on our bags and stuff, and I think we're allowed to like personalize our bags, and I think it's going to be fun with our laptops. I really like them.
With the backpacks and forgetting a book, I know that, speaking personally, I'll have
my kids email me, you know, or text me in the middle of the day to bring them something. With the laptops in the classes, and they'll have it all right there at their fingertips. They won't have to keep remembering to go back and forth and bring things back and forth. When they're at home, in turn, they won't have to remember to bring a book home or bring their notes home. Everything is going to be right there at their fingertips.
I love helping and saving trees and all that kind of stuff. So I think that now we have the laptop, we can take notes on our laptop. We don't have to use the paper. We can do worksheets, we can watch videos and stuff like that that we couldn't do with only a textbook.
The rollout of the technology at Elkins Pointe for their laptops is just a great opportunity for all the children at school. Being a Title I school, a lot of these children don't have the opportunities to have technology at home. So this now brings the opportunities for them to bring technology home, bring their school stuff home, and probably sometimes help their parents learn technology as well. Because, you know, children, a lot of parents learn from their children.
Fulton County Schools is committed to providing an environment that promotes healthy living for students. In fact, First Lady Michelle Obama has honored 3 Fulton County schools with the Let's Move Award: High Point Elementary School, Lake Windward Elementary School, and Stonewall Tail Elementary School. The honor is one of the nation's top physical education and physical activity distinctions for K-12 schools. To get the award, a school must have met significant benchmarks in 5 areas: physical education, physical activity before and after school, physical activity during school, staff involvement, and family and community engagement. In addition, students must have at least 60 minutes of physical activity. A total of 544 schools from 41 states and Washington, D.C. were recognized with a Let's Move Award. Fulton County Schools, where students come first.
iSchool Initiative is a consortium of individuals who are just committed to helping schools personalize learning, to create a personalized learning environment for their students.
iSchool is a program to bring creative, techie leaders together to help the kids out with their laptops, to learn more about tech.
We're an organization, a movement of students, parents, and teachers coming together to reform education, to use technology effectively in the classroom.
iSchool, we are a group of students. We were trained last year to be able to help the students this year basically be able to run their device, be able to use it.
And one of the icings on the cake is that they build a student group of iSchool Initiative students to help move the tools and the resources around the building. And without them, I'm not so sure that our students would have a clear understanding of what does all this mean.
We are aimed to help the students and the teachers, let's never forget the teachers, about the device, because this is new to everybody. Nobody has done this before.
So we travel across the country and we do workshops, and we teach the students, the parents, and the teachers how to use the technology, but we also talk about becoming lifelong learners.
And we think that this is really important, especially because we're going into a new day and age, and we need to start acting like that. We can't still sit around with textbooks all day.
With this technology, you now have an opportunity to really grow and become a lifelong learner. So whatever it is that you're passionate about, right? It could be cooking, it could be video, it could be, you know, science. Whatever it is, you now have access to the information on the device, and you can focus on that.
And so the iSchool Initiative team, the adults as well as the students, help bring a sense of ground zero, if you will. It helps brings a sense of reality to the why. You know, what is that why? Why are we here? What does this all mean? The students were able to talk student to student about how this tool will help them access higher levels of learning. The iSchool students will now begin to speak with teachers about what tools they would love to be able to engage in to help accelerate their learning. So it's about that ownership, students taking ownership of their learning and allowing that communication between student and teacher to flow so much easier, which makes learning go up.
And so we talk to these students about becoming the leader in their education, right? Taking initiative, right? They are in control of their education, not their teachers. You know, they have access to this information, so we encourage them to keep growing, to keep pushing, to be the best person that they can be. So we actually have a mentoring program, which is the iSchool Advocate Program. They're the leaders in the school. So when they see another student using the device inappropriately or needs a help, fixing it, they can go in and they can help them. So they're here going to all the different classrooms and they are helping the other students. So it's students helping students to further their education, and it's so amazing to watch. And so we at iSchool Initiative are so excited to be a part of that movement, a part of these students getting the technology and being able to further their growth. One of the main people for iSchool, Miss Cousin, she came up with a list and said, okay, these people are good with technology. So she called us out of class and said, we all thought we were really in trouble. And she said, we want you on the iSchool team. And we were all really confused. It's like, what is this? So she explained to us and we were like, okay, this sounds pretty cool. So we went in and we did the training and everything. And we started getting really involved with this. And we started getting into with the teachers and with the students. And we are kind of starting to interact with even different grade levels like we don't usually do.
Well, originally, I think it was about around the time school started, my teacher asked us who thinks they're a techie creative leader. And only 2 kids raised their hands. And so it's kind of difficult to get into iSchool because you need a recommendation. Not many 6th graders got to go. Not many people even wanted to go. A lot of people in iSchool are seen as like the nerdy or geeky kids, but not in a bad way, more as like, oh, it's them, hey.
There's something interesting happening at Cambridge High School. A new group of enrollees are now on campus, including birds, cats, rabbits, and more. Cambridge's new veterinarian program provides students a high-quality career pathway in the CTAE program. Whether animals are pets, livestock, or working animals, they matter to society, and the new program at Cambridge is an excellent pathway for students to become veterinarian professionals. Learn more by watching Leadership Matters, where Principal Ed Spurka talks about the program.
It is so important to have technology in the classroom because we no longer need to focus on memorizing everything. We now have an opportunity to find, filter, and apply information. So we can have the information right there at our fingertips. We don't have to go to the library and filter through millions of books. Now we have one device that we get to carry back and forth to school and to home, have access to information 24/7, so we can now utilize our resources in a more effective way.
Technology is the key to a child's education. It's going to help them all the way through college. They started off in elementary school, and now it's getting bigger and bigger in middle school to high school. And by the time these kids graduate high school out of Fulton County, I can see a lot more going to college.
I think it's important because the students they're moving into a new time, and by the time they grow up and go into jobs and they become all these really awesome careers, they are going to have all this kind of technology. And if they don't know how to use it, they're going to be kind of confused in the future and they won't really know what to do. It's now opening up more opportunities
for people. You know, it doesn't matter how much money you have or you know, where you're at in life. You have access to the same information that everyone else does, you know, with this device. So it's bridging the gap, you know, it's bringing the gap closer together so that more people have an opportunity to learn. And it's so valuable, right? These kids are now like, that never had a device before in their life, now have this opportunity to learn and to grow, and they are going to go further in life because of it.
So if we start right now and we start basically trying to get them into the habit of using technology in their everyday lives, I think that'll help them in the future, and that'll make our environment in our country so much better because they know how to use it, and we're not all spending 3 days to try to figure out how to work the laptop.
You know, it really opens up the learning for students. It extends their reach for how they can best access the learning standards that we're trying to teach them. I don't think that we're going backwards with technology. We're actually moving forward rather quickly because it moves information fast. And so to be able to maintain that pace, we've got to make sure that our students are using those tools, those 21st century tools, those 2.0 tools, web tools, to communicate. It opens up the range of communication across schools, across districts, across the country. And I just think that as we move our students toward, you know, moving toward higher levels of learning, being able to access information quicker is definitely going to be something to help accelerate their learning.
I think technology in schools is important because, number one, that's where everything is going. That's where everything is headed right now, especially in the workplace. You know, you see a lot of telecommuting in big cities. You see a lot of computers at home. You see a lot of video games, things like that. And I really think that going forward with the computers and with being able to reach the information via the internet, via the computers, I really think that will expand your kids' horizons. Speaking as a parent, I just know that from a parent's perspective, you know, your kids, you see their backpacks, you see everything fully loaded down with books and things like that. And having a computer with one case and being able to go back and forth to the house and having all the books online and being able to reach what they need to reach and get to what they need to get to is really, really important.
Hi, I'm Principal Lisa Nash, and you are watching FCS TV.
With the Fulton County Schools mobile app, your school district comes alive at the touch of a button. It allows you to easily connect to the Learning and Parent portal or navigate through current news and events. You can easily check out the latest updates with social media and quickly retrieve contact information for schools. You can also view a comprehensive calendar of events, get lunch schedules for your school, connect with the superintendent, and more. It's your school district available at your fingertips.
Well, we've had so much help from the people from Fulton County and everybody, and they've been so useful, and I just really appreciate that they came and helped us today. It wouldn't be anything without them.
Well, you know, I've been buzzing around the building all morning, and by the way, I just have to say, I've never seen a team, so many teams of people come together for a single cause. Fulton County Schools sent a team of about 10 to 12 IT folks in this building, and I had never seen it before. But to experience this morning the support that we had and have is just so humbling, because it shows to us that they are equally dedicated into this mission that we have. And then our iSchool initiative team that was here, 7 or 8 member staff, they are here to help us integrate the how, what is it that we're going to do with these particular tools. And then the teachers being able to physically put it in the hands of our students. school community, you know, we decided that this was the best way to go. We sent out surveys to parents, and we surveyed the students and the teachers as well to gain some insight into what do we really want to accomplish with the device that would be coming our way. And when it all boiled down, there was a common theme that was going on, and it basically hinged upon, you know, creating opportunities for our students to learn those 21st century skills. And one of those is being able to enhance their keyboarding skills and their typing skills, albeit basic. When they're in the world of work in a few years, they'll have to still use those skills and be able to process information in that way. So, you know, there are benefits to having iPads and Surface Pros, and we have, you know, 150 iPads in the building which teachers can check out as well. So we really have the benefit of both devices in the building, and we think that the selection that we made is right, just right for our school. Success is going to look differently for every student in the school. When you're talking about personalized learning, you're talking about meeting the needs of each individual student. And no, we're not talking about 1,001 individual lesson plans, but we're talking about students capturing the trends that are happening in the classroom and how best can we use technology to seek success for students that are in front of them. Success speaks to students feeling good about connecting to the world. Success speaks to students finding an interest in being able to use the web to learn more about that particular interest and what excites them about learning. Success simply means to some students that I'm able to pass my class because now I can learn 3 or 4 different ways of how to get at one learning standard that's being taught. It just creates access for them to learn more quicker. So personalized learning to me and to us here is an ever-growing system. It's not a thing, it's not a program. To us, it's how we want kids to begin to learn and process learning. You know, when we think about success and we talk about, so what does success look like in a personalized learning environment? There's really no one measure for success, because in the idea of personalizing learning for our students, success is going to look differently for each student. We are just blessed and fortunate to be able to have a laptop in the hands of every student, which gives them an avenue to be able to create successes at their own level and at their own pace. In a classroom, a teacher can instruct students in a smaller group on standards that they might need some more support with, while a group of students might be working on a module that moves their learning in a different direction. So that just the fluidity of the classroom environment is one of the biggest benefits of personalized learning and this technology infusion. But what I want folks to really understand is personalized learning can happen without a device. You know, these are wonderful tools that we have, but the number one goal and the number one cornerstone of personalized learning is that the teacher is able to dial in to who these students are in front of them and to really find out how do they learn best. And that could be through creating a project-based learning opportunity for a group of students, or having them research different topics to be able to extend their learning. And then the technology becomes an enhancement to what they are actually involved in that moment. So it just takes it up a notch and really allows students to explore even further what they're trying to learn.